Hello, welcome back to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a video for you. I'm so excited to be filming today, you've no idea. It's been a little while since I've actually filmed anything, and so I'm a little bit rusty. And yeah, it's been quite a day today. I am chilling in my office. It's 2:30 on a Monday afternoon. There was an airplane going overhead that's been really loud. But I have a really fun card for you today. And it's a bit of a story behind this one. This card is for, the card that I'm going to make for you today is for the InspireINK blog hop, which is a blog hop that I take part in every month, and I absolutely love it. It's great fun. Members of the team that I'm a part of within Stampin' Up, so they're all my Stampin' sisters, and it's just brilliant. We have loads of fun, and we get a different challenge every month. And this month we have a sketch, and the original card, which I have just finished making in a different colour. So we're doing pinks today, but the original one is this. But I stamped the background at our team retreat, which was a fortnight ago. So I'm quite excited by this one because this is like a card made with the team, not with the team, for the team. I think it's cool. So I'm using textured floral today, and I have got 4 colours. This card uses Lost Lagoon and Pool Party, and I think that is Pretty Peacock and Blueberry Bushel. This card that I'm going to make on video for you today is Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Berry Burst and Moody Mauve, which is gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, like, they're some good colours. I love those. I am a blue person at heart, but I'm trying to embrace the pink at the moment. I'm getting a bit more girly going on, says the girl in the navy blue jumper today. It's so cold. Like, I don't know if anyone else feels like this. Winter, autumn, the end of the year, it's finally arrived. I mean, I wish it had arrived 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, when I was running a marathon in 22 degrees of heat. It didn't go well, spoiler alert, but anyway, I did it, finished it. Yeah, it would have been much better to be running at temperatures today, and I think when I got in my car earlier, the temperature was like 1.5 degrees. So, you know, much more like running temperature. But anyway, it's cold in my house today. I'm trying to keep warm by like rubbing my hands together and, yeah, dancing around. So I've got textured floral. I've already got my stamps label up on my blocks. I have die cut a circle already using the stylish shapes for my sentiment, and I've got loads of die cut pieces. I will go through all the measurements. All the measurements for this card are going to be on my blog. The link will be in the down bar below to a blog post with all the measurements typed out on, because there are lots of measurements on this card because there's lots of layers. But the first thing we're going to do, we're going to stamp that background. This is like making your own designer series paper, making your own pattern paper. Just one of the coolest techniques. I absolutely love it. And it means like you can do anything. You can make, you know, it's great fun. I am going to start with the biggest stamp first, and we're going to cover this piece of white cardstock. I am not bothered about bits that aren't stamping properly. I would like it to stamp better, but sometimes things don't stamp quite right. Yeah, that will do with that one, I think. That's Moody Mauve. And then we're going to move, I'm going to get lighter and smaller as we go through. So we're going to stamp these in Berry Burst. I absolutely love this colour. I was so excited when this colour came back to us this year. It's just beautiful. That looks really dark, doesn't it, on camera? It will lighten up as it dries. Then we've got some Fresh Freesia. Again, a returning to us colour, although we didn't really say goodbye to it because it was an in colour last year. I'm going to overlap some bits, I think. We are going to have to go back in at some point and fill some holes in, but if I do the kind of stamp the main bits first, and then we can go back in after and you'll see what I mean. So I am overlapping a little bit. Things are moving around. It's all good. I'm going to grab another bit of Fresh Freesia and I think some more Berry Burst on here as well. So trying not to put 2 stamps of the same colour next to each other. Doesn't always work. But that's just one of my little like brain things that can't have two colours touching. Can't have the same colour touching twice. Just no. So there we are. Look at that. Gorgeous. For some reason, my Moody Mauve looks really brown, and I don't know why. I suspect that my stamp wasn't completely clean, but it will do. It is still pretty. Look at that. Just beautiful. And you can do this in any colours, with any stamps. It doesn't matter. Then while I've got stamps out and inks out, I'm going to stamp the sentiment. Now I've got, there's some lovely sentiments in this one. We've got birthday blooms for you with a grateful heart, and then every thought of you makes me smile, which is just lovely. I'm going to stick with the birthday one, because we all need a birthday card, don't we? Always need birthday cards. I'll stamp that there. That is in Berry Burst. And then while we're doing messy things, the other thing I did on the original, this one, is this ribbon. Now this ribbon comes in white. This is the iridescent ribbon. It's in the little catalogue in this one, green one. And it's part of the Merry and Bright suite, but it's just beautiful. But because it's white, it colours up really nicely. So this one I've actually coloured in Misty Moonlight, but it looks really green if you catch it. Like it does look blue sometimes, but for some reason it looks really green. I have got a length of ribbon already, and I haven't got Berry Burst in a Stampin' Blend. I just don't. I do have Melon Mambo, so we're going to go with Melon Mambo. I've used the dark pens for both of these cards because they're more pigmented, and therefore we'll get better results. Now this is going to take a little minute to dry, hence why I'm doing it now, so that by the time we need it, it will be dry. The other thing I have already gone ahead and done with this ribbon frays. It frays really, really well. So if you are using it on a project, I would highly recommend you grab a lighter and just like sort of burn the ends a little bit. Say burn the ends. You just seal the ends with a lighter, or something similar, just to melt it a little bit. So you end up with like melted ends. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh. You just melt the ends just slightly and it'll stop it from fraying. But look at that, it's not particularly pink. There's greens in there and all sorts. It's really cool. Really, really love this ribbon. So I'm going to put that off to one side to let it dry. It's a blend, so it doesn't take a long time to dry, because it's alcohol marker. I have a card base in Berry Burst, which I have managed not to score, so I'm going to do that. I score all my card bases I say all my card bases. This is half a sheet of A4 cut that way, so that's cut on the long side, so I will score it to 10.5. Kind of standard card measurement for me. If you want my standard card measurements, there's a page on my blog for that. If you hit the link in the down bar below, you will find it. While I've got my trimmer to hand, I am going to chop down some of this panel. So, like I said, there's lots and lots of measurements on this card because there's lots of panels and pieces. So do not worry about the measurements on any of them. They are all available on my blog. I'm going to cut this down into panels of 3.9 centimetres. Now I need to keep them in order because that's part of the beauty of this card. And if you look at the original really closely, you'll see where I managed to ruin it. But it's okay. It's fine. It was a little bit longer, that's okay. I think I managed to turn one of the panels around when I was gluing it all together. So we're going to keep them in order so that the pattern flows across the sheet. I am going to use Tombow liquid glue for this today, rather than Stampin' Seal, for two reasons. One, I've now got plenty of Tombow because I won a brand new Tombow in the raffle at our team event, so I've now got a spare one, which is very exciting. Also, like this one's so well used that the labels come off. Also, because I've got lots of layers, I like the layers to be somewhat even, and therefore a little bit of wiggle room is quite helpful. And I'm still practicing with seal. That's the other thing. Tombow. Me and liquid glue traditionally don't get on very well. I am practicing using it so that I am better at it, because usually I end up with it everywhere. And yeah, I just make a right mess. So hopefully we're getting there. Right, then I've got another layer, and we've got these 3 panels that are going to go onto this layer. Now, we need them even across the card. So the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to start at this side, and I'm going to pop this layer on. So again, Tombow, so we've got some wiggle room. And I'm going to line up the 3 sides so that the 3 sides are pretty even, because of the way that I have cut the cardstock. It should all be even. Then I'm just going to check that we're still correct with our layers. We are, because I've not managed to move anything around yet. We're going to then take the other end and do the same. So this layer, we want all 3 sides to be even. And then we've just got the middle panel left. So again, a bit of Tombow on the back, and we're going to pop that in the middle, and we're going to get the top and the bottom to be level. And then we've got 3 panels that flow nicely across our card. More Tombow, so much Tombow in this card because there's just so many layers. Do like a layer. This is layers to the extreme, I've got to admit. Hence why I've not used any dimension, because we're on we are layered up here. So there is that. Look at that, isn't that fun? And then we just need to adhere our ribbon to the back of our sentiment. So got our ribbon. I'm going to turn the sentiment over, keeping it upright. Now, I can see through, and I hope the camera picks this up, I can see through that into the, where the sentiment is. So I'm going to keep it that way. I have some Tombow Seal Plus that I'm going to just pop across the back. So super sticky. You could use red liner tape or any other strong adhesive that you've got. And then what I have done is I've cut this ribbon to a particular length, and I measured it out before. So I'm going to end up with a fairly even sort of banner shape of ribbon, like that. Yeah. Now, I could like move the ribbon on. I'm not going to. I'm going to pick that up and stick it down like that. There we go. Sticking it to my sheet and everything. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then to adhere it onto our card, I am going to use some dimensionals for this bit. The time with this card is making sure you've got all your layers right. So we are like 15 minutes into this video, and the card is done. But it will take longer than that to make if you are cutting all your layers as well. Probably maybe an extra 5 minutes. So it's a nice quick card. Comes together nice and smoothly. There we go. And completes the requirements for this week's InspireINK sketch challenge, which is exactly the same, although actually I've turned it around. So it was like long ways that way and I've turned it on its side. But hey, never mind. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. If you like any of the products you see in my videos, do remember I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you can purchase anything you see on my videos in my online store. Links in the down bar below. Don't forget to give us a like, a comment and subscribe. And I will see you again really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.